Morning, dear student. In the class today, we are going to discuss methods of collecting the primary data. Generally, if we collect we have the four methods for collecting primary data. Number first is called direct personal investigation, or that is uh, also called interview method. In this in this method, investigator investigator uh, investigator ask some question to the informant and collect the data. This method is supposed to one of the best methods for the collection of primary data. Under this method, the investigator collects the data personally. He approaches the object, conducts the inquiry on the spot, collect the information, and it does the needful. For successful collection of data under this method, it is necessary that the investigator should have a keen observation, polite, unbiased, and aware of local conditions, environment, and language. He must be a good conversationalist since he is required to elicit information from men of different temperament, behavior, and social strata. Following factors should be kept in mind while collecting data from interview method. Number first, interviewers should be or investigators should be polite. Number second, number of question number of question should be short. Number third, questions should be simple and answerable. Few example of questions are as follow. Do you think how much time do you spend on study in a day? What percentage of our income do you spend on food? Merits of data collecting through it is original data. Number first advantage. Second is highest degree of accuracy is maintained. Number third, reliable data. Fourth, uniformity in collection of the data. Fifth, possibility of encouraging possibility of encouraging response from the people. And sixth, greater possibility of verification of the accuracy of information on the part and investigator as by the informant. Now, demerits. This type of data having some demerits as well. As the first demerit, it is expensive enough in terms of both time. It is time taking process, and money wise also it's expensive. This method cannot be used for a large area. The, uh, in vast field of inquiry, as it is suitable in small universe. Third, chances of personal prejudice and thus biased data may be obtained right. Fourth one, required skill and training. Untrained investigator may spoil the whole show. Then data collection will be okay. Now, second method is indirect oral investigation through enumerator. Under this method, the investigator does not collect the information directly. Instead, he gets them indirectly through those persons who know the information and who are ready to part away with the information they possess. This method is used in those cases where either direct contact is not possible, or where the information to be collected are in the nature of complex one. Now, merits of data collection through indirect oral investigation. It is less expensive, less time consuming, less energy is required, and less money as well. As it is simple and convenient method. Third, it is very useful where the field of inquiry is large enough, and personal prejudice may be done away with under this method. uh, Here is the here in this method complete information could be easily obtained, and adequate information can also be gathered with the help of this method. Now demerits. Let's The data may not be as original as in other methods. The data collected may not be free from personal prejudice. Third, the high degree of accuracy in the data so collected may not be possible. There may not be uniformity in the collection of data. Questionnaire may not sometimes be understood by the informant. Response may be poor, and more of training and skill may be required. Now coming to the third method, that is investigation through mailed questionnaire. Under this method, either the investigator send either appoint local agent, investigator, enumerator, and mail them the questionnaire of collecting information, or directly mail the questionnaire to the informant for the data collecting process. Which of the two methods the investigator should adopt depend upon the size of the universe, purpose of the inquiry, and investigation, and nature of investigation, and degree of accuracy. Some merits of this method is: number first, useful in wider area of investigation, cheaper method of investigation. Third, minimum possibility of error. The data are original, and informants are directly involved in the collection of data, and economy of time, yeah, energy, and money. Less fear of partiality and reliable data. Now come to the demerits of data collection through mailed questionnaire. Though personal prejudice seldom occur, but the information may be biased, and thus certain amount of bias may creep in. Seriousness of the informant is a precondition in this method. Otherwise, information gathered may not be correct one. Even sometimes the informant may not be fully equipped and may not be having sufficient information as is required, but the may venture to give information. This situation may not be fruitful. Fourth and the last method, investigation through local reporter questionnaire. In this method, data are not collected through specially appointed agent, correspondent, investigator, enumerator, but local agents or the correspondents are requested to collect the information. They collect the information in their own fashion and accordingly to their liking and disliking. Merits of data collection through local reporters: useful when the universe is big. Second, less expensive. Demerits: now the data are collected according to the liking and disliking of the local reporters. Uh, the data so collected are not so reliable. High degree of accuracy is not possible. The method consumes more time, more energy, and more money, and without good result. Okay. In the now in the next class, I'm going to talk you about the secondary data methods and sources of collecting secondary data. These are also published source and unpublished source. Published source we can generally classify into five: international publication, government publication, report of commission and committees, and semi-government and commercial research. These we are going to discuss in the next class.